Hi, everybody. I'm here with Alexandra Gyetvai again. We're talking about generative AI this time in the context of recruiter enablement. I'll maybe add some other stuff in about that. But anyway, um, Alexandra came and joined me on this channel to talk about recruiter enablement just a couple of weeks ago. And I wanted to bring her back after I saw her publishing three very useful guides around generative AI in recruiting. So, Alexandra, just in case anybody didn't see your first interview with me or doesn't know you, give us a quick introduction to you.
Okay, so first of all, thank you for having me again. It's a real pleasure for several occasions. And just in a nutshell, my story. So I have a science and engineering related background, which I converted into talent acquisition. So I am working for the Source Code agency, and my mission is to support recruiters and sourcers to find and engage their candidates easily. And to make it work at a corporate level, we are also dealing with sourcing consultancy and leadership mentoring. So that's my really short nutshell.
Yeah, great. Okay. So, what got you interested in generative AI
Mhm,
um, in the context of recruiting, first of all?
mhm. Yeah, yeah. So I think that there are different stages of awareness in regarding generative AI. So, for example, there is the basic level. We just talked about it shortly. That when you find a really long prompt collection on the internet, then you download it and start to use it without any modifications. So we just see it in several Facebook groups that some of the members were quite so not so satisfied. So they mentioned that the result is mediocre, so it is not give you any valuable. And this is why I am really interested in generative AI. So how to make it better and how to make it better, of course, for sourcing and recruitment use cases. So for example, we had a ChatGPT for sourcing webinar 2 weeks ago, and our mission was to showcase the different levels. So for example, you just use a one sentence long prompt, and there is the second step when you add, for example, a persona, when you define who are you, what would you like to achieve. Then the next step is that you give it some context, then you give it some examples, you give it what to avoid, for example. It will be really useful when we are talking about, for example, the bias or data privacy, of course. And of course, you can show some best examples from your earlier materials. And I realized that it is really useful to start the whole process. And for example, so yesterday I just read an article from MIT and Columbia University that they came up with a new idea. So how to make better summary of articles. So it means that, of course, you can summarize this article, one sentence, and the MIT version was such long. And I think it is a game changer. So within 2 days, I will share a recruitment version of this MIT prompt technique. So I think it is really important not just to generate emails, generate posts, but to look beyond that word when using ChatGPT. So it is really easy to start to use it, but of course we have to learn a lot to reach a quite advanced level. So I think, and it can be really useful as well for sourcers and recruiters. So just think about proofreading a document, compare, analyze a GitHub repository. Just it's really cool. Or just have a role play with a strict hiring manager or with a tech candidate, or just ask it to make a prediction using a sentiment analysis. So there are different use cases, and I think what is really important to start to use it and to explore the whole universe, not just with ChatGPT, but of course with generative AI. So I think it will be part of our future as well.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. I couldn't agree more. So, you published three resources on this that people can go and learn a lot about it. Could you just talk us through the three individually? Like what's each one of them for?
Mhm.
And then we'll come on to how do people access it and all that sort of thing. But yeah, just
Okay.
give us a summary of each of the
Mhm.
editions.
Okay, so the three versions. The first one was how to use ChatGPT as a recruiter, because to be honest, I started. Of course, I check Facebook groups and LinkedIn posts and so on and so on, and I was a little bit upset that we start to talk about just like having a Stanford degree in deep learning and there is some kind of magic, but there I couldn't find some easy and hands-on guidelines how to start to use it and how to make the foundation. So this was my main ambition to do. All of them are free, so it means that you can download it, and I will share the links as well. So I was upset that as a recruiter, you do not have any useful resource how to start it. And so it means that I use some funny examples, some practical examples, so not to be it just like a university course when you fall asleep. So it is quite fun and enjoyable and how to start it. The second one is prompt, how to prompt as a pro. And it is a zero to hero. So it means that you do not have to, so it is not a rocket science, but it is from zero and then we reach a quite advanced level. And my main ambition was not just to share 100 prompts, 100 short prompts, because this is my other pain point, that using one sentence long prompts not useful for a recruiter or a sourcer, so not useful for market intelligence and other phases of sourcing and recruiting. So I incorporated several examples and several techniques how to implement prompting techniques to your daily work. So this was the second PDF. And the last one was about, it is a love topic for me, the plugins. So if you purchase the ChatGPT 4, then you will have access to plugins. So it means that you can summarize YouTube articles and of course other articles. You can use market intelligence plugins, or you can, of course, now Bing has come back again, ChatGPT, but you can reach the web as well using the plugins, which can be really useful, not to stuck at 2021, as in the free version. So it can help us a lot. And I collected only those plugins that can be useful for sourcers and recruiters. So you won't find any sport news and other plugins. So this is the short one. And the place I will put them onto my LinkedIn profile. I think it is the easiest one. And of course, we have a short blog post, so I will publish it again.
Wonderful. What a great service you've done to our industry. There's a few people that have done some really good things in this area, but I certainly really enjoy your these three guides.
Thank you.
And I think I personally believe this is a really important subject. Mike and I have embedded a variety of generative AI based solutions into poetry, very specifically because of that. And there will be a lot more that's coming as well, as additional use cases emerge. So I think it's going to be something that will impact on almost every process that we have to observe within recruitment. So Alexandra, thank you for your service to our industry, and
thank you very much.
Looking forward to seeing you again soon.
Thanks. Bye.